Hello there, welcome to day 5, day 5 of Vlogmas, so it must be December the 5th for day 5, and our Christmas alphabet today is things beginning with letter E. Now, I've had a little game with you all. I've said put in the comments under the previous day's live what you think I will be talking about for the letters of the alphabet of the following day, and there will be a prize for anyone who gets the most right. So far, no one has got any right, so you're in with a good chance of winning. And also, I'm adding up how many days you comment or are on the live chat, and I'm adding your points up for that, and again you will get a prize for that. So let's see, guesses for today's live, the letter E from yesterday. The only guesses I got were, for the letter E, elves. Elves, that's a good one, but it's not elves. I'm actually sort of talking about two things today. So first of all, we've got to think about what we're going to talk about for today for the letter E. Okay, today's letter E, we're going to briefly talk about eating, things we eat at Christmas, very briefly, but today's main theme is the history of Christmas Eve. So the eve of Christmas is what I've chosen to speak of for letter E. So let's begin with that. I've made some notes, and I've put midnight mass is held on Christmas Eve, obviously the day before Christmas, due to Jesus being born at that time. In 2009, Vatican officials scheduled the midnight mass to start at 10 p.m. so that the 82-year-old Pope Benedict the 16th would not have such a late night. Did you know that? That's 2009. The nativity scene places Jesus at that time inside the manger and not before. In candlelight services, Silent Night may be sung and candles lit from the Christ candle in the centre of the Advent wreath and passed to each of the congregation. Many countries also have a traditional Christmas Eve dinner. Do you have anything special for Christmas Eve? My mum used to do like a tea, mince pies, sausage rolls, that kind of thing. But some countries do have their own traditional Christmas Eve dinner, such as Cuba, you have a roasted pig. But many other countries observe fasting. So a lot of countries actually fast rather than eat. So let's have a little interlude, and then I'll talk about my other topic for today. So that is actually on my other channel, the series there. So I'll just pop that up for you. That's Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And that's where I would normally be doing a live at this time on a Friday. So have a look at your page on YouTube. It will tell you what times, so you can translate my times to your times, and that's why I'm doing the live at this time. I'm not obviously doing the other channel or any other videos this month while I'm working on Vlogmas. And I've got something exciting coming up over all channels in February, and I'll be announcing that towards the end of January. Something you can all take part in, and it will be over all of my 3 channels on YouTube. Something very important and a challenge for you all that I know I can do easily. It's not something a lot of you will find easy at all, but it will be a challenge. So look out for more of that coming up. Okay, so I said briefly we'll talk about eating, and because I put up about the gingerbread men, I thought I'd talk about what you would eat from your Christmas tree. Do you have anything on your Christmas tree that you eat? So, for example, people used to string popcorn on thread and hang that on the Christmas tree. Candy canes. Any of you still have real candy canes on your tree? What else would you have to eat? When I was little, you had little chocolate ornaments, and you actually hung the ornaments on the tree. So that's something you could eat on the tree. What else do you have on your tree that you can eat, or do you not anymore? It used to be hunt the things on the tree, the little ornaments. But with all this eating, I thought I would talk today about something else that has become tradition in Christmas times, particularly Christmas commercials or advertisements. To go with your food, you need to drink. Can you guess the specific drink that I'm saying is in adverts? It's Coca-Cola. And I thought I would read you a little bit about the history of Coca-Cola, how it began. Coca-Cola all began, according to legend, in modest surroundings in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, where in 1886 a pharmacist, Dr. John Pemberton, first introduced a syrup in a 3-legged pot in his backyard. The new product was placed on sale for 5 cents a glass as a soda fountain drink on the 8th of May, 1886. The first sales were at Jacob's Pharmacy in the heart of downtown Atlanta. The first advert proclaimed that Coca-Cola was delicious and refreshing. It was Dr. Pemberton's partner, Frank Robinson, who suggested the name and wrote Coca-Cola in a flowing script. For the next 8 months, only 13 drinks per day were sold. Not a very auspicious beginning for a product whose sales now average more than 600 million a day. Dr. Pemberton did not realise the importance of the beverage he had created. In need of funds, because of ill health, he gave 2 Atlanta friends 2/3 interest for $1,220, including the sole right to manufacture the syrup. If only we had hindsight. 4 months before Dr. Pemberton died in 1888, he and his son accepted $500 for all remaining rights to the product from Asa G. Candler, who had come to Atlanta 15 years earlier with only $1.75 in his pocket. Later, he started to buy up other rights and eventually gained complete control. The trademark Coca-Cola was registered in the United States in 1893. Candler, a firm believer in advertising, gave away thousands of complimentary coupons for a free glass of Coca-Cola. He also carried out a large promotional program giving away souvenir fans, calendars, clocks, urns, and countless novelties. Joseph A. Bidenham was so impressed with the growing demand for Coca-Cola at his soda fountain in Vicksburg, Mississippi, that he installed bottling machinery in the rear of the store and began to take bottles of Coca-Cola around to plantations and lumber camps up and down the river. He was the first man to put Coca-Cola in bottles using syrup shipped from Atlanta. 30 years later, there were 1,000 bottling plants in the USA. It was in the first year of the 20th century that Coca-Cola was first served in London. Howard Candler, son of the company's founder, took a jug of syrup on holiday for his trip, and an order for 5 gallons of the syrup was sent back to the USA. Imitation has always been a problem, and one way of preventing this was the introduction of a distinctive bottle. Its unique shape was granted a registration as a trademark by the US Patent Office in 1960. Company president Robert Winship Woodruff had the vision of Coca-Cola becoming an international drink, and in 1926 he formed a foreign sales department. He also developed the 6-bottle carton in the early 1920s, an innovation at the time. Packaging of Coca-Cola in cans began in 1955. When the Apollo astronauts returned from their moon flight, they were greeted by a Times Square sign flashing, "Welcome back to Earth, home of Coca-Cola." So that's the history of Coca-Cola for you. Are you a Pepsi fan or a Coca-Cola fan? For me, Coca-Cola. But more than that, for me, Dr. Pepper, which is quite hard to get. But yes, that's what I really like. So let me know, as I say, the things that you hang on your Christmas tree that are edible, if you still do that. Let me know if you prefer Pepsi or Coca-Cola. And also let me know, tomorrow is day 6. That will be the letter F. What do you think I will be doing for the letter F for Vlogmas? And don't forget, you win points if you get any right. And then the end of Vlogmas, which finishes on December the 31st, I will add them all up and do a prize for the person who's guessed the most and or commented the most. So until tomorrow, hope I remember. Oh, it's my birthday tomorrow. So I don't know what time I'll be doing the live. You just have to keep looking. So it won't be scheduled. You'll just have to keep your eye on. Click on the bell and then you'll know when I'm doing it. So I will see you for my birthday and for Vlogmas day 6. Until then, as always, thank you for watching. Really appreciated. And Meraki.